In this video, we will be talking about the concept of feudalism. So within feudalism, there is a hierarchy of different people and how they are organized, and it is a type of social structure. Now, regardless of who you were in this social structure, you would be giving something to the people who were above or below you, and you would be getting something in return from the people above and below you. And we will be exploring from each of our different people. We will be interviewing a king, a lady, a knight, and a peasant to learn more about what they give and what they get as part of this feudalism system.
I am the king. I am at the top of the pyramid. I give the lords and ladies the authority to rule over the peasants who are under my control. I also give the lords and ladies land, which is known as fief. In return, the lords and ladies are loyal to me and they give me military support. This helps to protect me from other rulers.
I am a lady, and I am just below the king and queen, above the knights. I give the king and queen loyalty and military aid in exchange for food, land, and workers. I gain military service and loyalty from the knights. In return, I give the knights food, protection, and shelter.
I am a knight, and I am just below the lords and ladies and above the peasants. I give the lords and ladies loyalty and military service in exchange for food, protection, and shelter. I then give food, protection, and shelter to the peasants. In return, I gain workers to the farm, the land, and rent payment from the peasants.
I am a peasant and I am at the bottom of the pyramid. I give knights labor on the farms and rent payment. In return, the knight gives me protection, shelter, and food.
Going back to our lovely pyramid so we can remember who is on top all the way down to who is at the bottom, we are now going to explore how some of the different concepts would work. The first concept we will look at is how food traveled between the pyramid.
Right. I have been farming and I made cookies.
Just saw that the peasant made the food and then turned the food over to the lady. However, the king always gets a share, so the king came in to intercept the food and take his share first. Then the lady got to take her share for herself and her family. Then the rest was given to the knight. The knight then took for himself and his family, and then whatever was left was given to the peasant. We are also going to take a look at how land flowed across this pyramid.
I give you a piece of land from Narnia.
Sir Knight, I give you a chunk of my land in Narnia.
Thank you. Peasant, here is your land.
Thank you.
Here in this clip, we saw that the king got all of the land. He was the ruler over the land. He decided what each lord and lady got. The lord and lady then decided how much land they would keep for themselves first. Then what was left was given to the knight, and then the knight would take what they wanted, and then whatever was left over was then given to the peasant. Finally, we are going to take a look at how this pyramid allowed for people to be protected.
We're going to war. I need protection.
Go fight!
For Narnia!
Here in this clip, we saw that when the king was at war, he would go to the lord or lady to ask for help, and then the lord or lady would then turn to the knight, who was the actual fighter, to fight off the attacking army.